You never say anything, do you?
No, I don't.
See, this is why we like
I,
have
I'm,
1 minute.
I'm,
It's going to be
I'm
a tradition
always,
now.
I'm
I
always
was like,
waiting for you to
did you
say
want me
something.
to? Did you want me to say something first, or did you
No,
say something?
like this is the third time, and I'm trying to see if he will say something first as being the co-host.
I
He haven't.
wonder.
Well, I mean, I'm always expecting you to say go, but you don't. You just count down, and then we start, and Ezel's over there organizing his stuff.
Well, it's not organizing. It's more trying to like fit stuff in the frame.
Mm.
Here we go. We'll just do it like this.
Anyway, welcome people to the first something rather. Today we have Ezel talking about Go Paladin, but in an extra special bonus, considering you guys have been demanding him, not really. Considering you guys wanted him, not
Aww.
once again, not really. Considering that he would just here. Yeah, there we go. Chaos Breaker.
Wow. Hello,
Damn.
hi everyone. I'm the admin of the Chaos Breaker page, and yeah, you know you all love me.
Or you lock them.
Yep.
Love me or get locked.
Wow,
That just
that is
sounds
a
bad.
very demanding thing to say.
Yeah,
I know,
yeah,
right?
no. Alright, so we are going to probably finish up this set with finishing up with Ezel. Kagero, we all, and I'd rather
We
not.
can wait.
Kagero. Chaos Breaker, give us a rundown. Kagero. There we go.
Exactly. Defeat Flare, Denial Griffin, lose to Great Nature. That's it.
Correct.
Dang.
But
Until further testing.
Next set, we are going to go through with probably Bermuda, and I want to do a 3-part video. One for, of course, Curl support, one for Prism, and finally one for the new Harmony. So, Chaos Breaker, hopefully you can come back for Harmony, because that is your Bermuda playstyle.
Your
Yay.
guilty pleasure.
It kind of is.
That is a lot of Bermuda Triangle.
Mm-hmm.
So much so.
But
so
but
much.
what was it? Waifu for Laifu or Laifu for Waifu? Which one was it?
Waifu
think-
for Laifu.
Waifu for Laifu. Yeah.
So,
I'm sorry, I can't honestly do that morally.
why?
Uluru.
Okay.
Well, at least you have two of her.
True. Which
All 3.
So at least when you start running your new Ham, you can still run her as the G guard. All right.
For reference,
so,
please watch the latest podcast.
where I hosted and did a pretty damn good job, apparently. Maybe.
you did.
You
did.
did.
You did
You
an
did.
amazing job.
I heard people go 10 out of 10 would host again, but we'll see how that goes.
We'll see if you're ever available. Let me know. Next week, we got the little gear dragon here gonna do it. So, without further ado, I am the admin of the Lukier page. Nice to meet you. He is the admin of.
Oh, I'm doing it? Okay.
Yeah.
And I am the admin of the Chronojet Dragon page.
And we welcome you to this video of something rather. Edel, are you ready to get down and dirty with your Go Paladins?
Oh my.
Um,
Yes, I'm ready to get down to the extreme.
Alright.
Ah,
So, hit us with your best shot. Go for it.
fire away.
Oh my god, this is so many to want to know here.
All right. So set 7 gave Gold Paladins so many cool new things, stuff that we don't really need. Like I give a shite about it. It's another joke I'll tell about later. But so many answers to so many problems. I've been playing Gold Paladin since the very beginning of Gold Paladin, and one of the main problems that we've had is too much counterblasting and not enough soul. There's not enough open damage and not enough soul to do stuff. And as far as I'm aware, I'm a blonde, not a ginger, so yeah, I kind of need some soul here. Sorry.
oh.
I had
Oh.
to.
Ow.
No
For
offense.
all
no
those who are
offense, no offense.
for all those who are gender, we are sorry. Ezel can keep him to himself. Keep on going.
And for those who are ginger, I actually don't care.
There we go. Keep on going.
Anyways, so with the stuff that came out with set 7, again, so many answers, so many cool new things. I think I'll start with the zeros first, and then work our way up to the grade fours.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll go out of order, and I'll go ahead and talk about like each one for just a moment, whether I would recommend it or not. It also
Alright.
just depends on the player preference. So I'm gonna start with the triggers here, and see if I can actually get them lined up in the shot here. I need a placeholder. There we go. Well, there you go. Something to tell me at the center of the shot. There we go. So we got two new triggers. We got Starface Lion and Player of the Holy Pipe Jerry.
Mm-hmm.
Jerry.
Starface Lion is so cool. It is the Heartthump Orchard clone for Graduate. I almost said Dragon. Like
Thanks.
he needs another one.
Thanks. I totally need 2 of them.
Oh, absolutely. Such draw, much soul.
Much
But again, if you don't know what it does, when a Dirteret unit attacks, put it into the soul. The unit gains 5,000, and you draw a card. So the fact it goes into the soul is very handy. The fact you get to draw a card's handy, and the extra 5k doesn't hurt. Jerry being a stand trader for Unite. Unite is such a cool new skill that Gold Paladins have. When 2 or more units are called to the rear guard or the guard circle, you essentially go into Unite.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So there's so many things you can set up with Jerry, which I'll go into in about a little bit later when I talk about grade 2s. But essentially, Gold Paladins now are able to call out multiple units per turn and still gain hand advantage and soul.
What?
Okay.
Yeah, we do. We still do. We can. But the thing is, we deck out very, very easily because we don't have things like Tuck Away Dragon or G Guardian Uru.
Oh.
Not yet.
Sorry.
Okay. We have cards like Slammy Flare that I'll talk about later.
Okay.
But depending on the deck, if you have a Dirteret card, perfect. If you don't have Dirteret and you're only using the Stride, go for it anyway.
So yeah, I can see that. 'Cause I do the same thing with
Wait, what was that Jerry's guy's skill did? Because you went over
Oh.
the Unite part, but we didn't talk about that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So when you're in Unite, when it boosts a unit, it gains 3,000, so it becomes a 7k boost. And at
Oh.
the end of that battle that it boosted, it goes into the soul and countercharges 1.
What?
So you can combo it with Quill. And you'd be like, okay, boost, attack with Quill to the Vanguard. Quill skill, counterblast 1, check the top 3, call 1. Oh, hey, guess what? I'll put this into the soul after that attack. So I got a free call, essentially.
So
Oh.
that's actually really good. That
That's-
sounds fair.
It's really cool. I
And
love it.
And that is a stand trigger too, huh?
Oh, yeah, it's just a common stand trigger.
Wow, that makes it hard to choose between Gigantech Ringer and him.
even
well, it's a-
capital.
It just depends on the trigger lineup. If you're playing a Dirteret deck, you're going to use Starface Line. Because
Right.
there's your draw right there. And with all the random calling that Gold Paladins have, it's not too bad calling out this crit trigger.
Okay.
Next up, we got 2 new starters.
Oh.
We got Aquamarine Lion Shite and Bashkul.
Oh.
Wait.
Bashkul is
Okay.
Bashkul's weird.
I already talked about this guy for a bit. I know exactly what this guy's deal is.
Essentially, you can put him into the soul and you draw a card. But then if you have 2 or more cards face up in the generation zone, your Vanguard gains an extra 3,000 or 5,000 attack to the end of the turn. I mean, that's kind of cool if you want that early draw, but you're losing a rear guard. And with how Gold Paladins are right now, unless you're playing like Liberators, Bluish Flames more specifically, it's not going to help. Shite, on the other hand,
Yeah.
you know, there are a lot of budget Ezel decks going around, and by budget, I mean Crossride.
Okay.
And this card really does help with it. I actually playtested a version of it, but what it does, I'll go into that in a second, but what it does is it's not a Forerunner.
Wait. Oh, so it's like Captain High Boots.
Yes, exactly. So you're just going to ride on top of it, and then up until an Ezel appears, an Ezel card
Okay.
So what it does is from the Soul Blast one card that isn't named Aquamarine Lion Shite.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
Then you call it to the rear guard when an Ezel appears in the Vanguard circle. Now it's not specific to the grade 2 or the grade 3. So if you're running the grade 2, which if you're playing the cross ride version, or eventually when Raven-haired Ezel comes out, either the grade 1, grade 2, or the grade 3. So when Ezel appears in the Vanguard circle, he can call himself out. He gains an extra 2,000 attack, and you get to draw a card.
Wow.
Well, the power is only until the end of the turn, but I mean, it's
That's
pretty
still
cool.
good.
I mean,
It's interesting. Like,
I mean,
if you're
sorry.
using the G perfect and you have to ride into a G perfect, well,
Oh
hey,
god.
you can soul blast that G perfect when an Ezel appears, and then you start flipping your damage and countercharging immediately. You -1 perfect guard, but you get your unflipping going.
So
No, I mean,
yeah, it
If
makes
you're
sense.
playing cross ride build or planning to build Raven-haired Ezel, this card can be a really cool tech,
Mm-hmm.
but it's totally up to you. Bastral, for beginning players, sure, why not?
Okay. So go by player preference still, but you
Absolutely player preference.
okay, but yeah, I can see where you're going at, where you're hitting at with why one a little bit better than the other.
So now, with this set, we actually got some really cool grade 1s. So one of my personal favorites is right here, Crimson Lion Beast Howl. When he appears in the rearguard circle, if you have a Vanguard with Ezel in the name, not grade 2, not grade 3, any unit with Ezel in the name, you can countercharge one and soul charge one.
oh, that's cool.
So you don't need Milligant anymore, because Milligant is very counterproductive with an Ezel-based deck. It's very counterproductive in Gurdurrit. You can afford to do it in Bluish Flames, unless you're using G-Perfects in there anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So I like it. He's 7k. It's very easy to use. You can build up soul very quickly with this guy. Next we have Sunshine Knight Jeffrey.
Ah, best boy.
This guy is so cool. He has a Unite still at Gem Break 1. So once you go into Unite, once he boosts a unit, and at the end of the battle, put him into the soul and draw a card. So he works very similar to the Stand Trigger.
Mm-hmm.
But he draws.
But he draws.
Right.
So you kind of don't need the Gigantic Ringer because you already have a lot of draw.
Right. So is this what you meant by you could deck out easily because of the type of cards?
Yes, you can. You can easily deck out with some of these cards because you are drawing a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But Gold Paladins, from what I've noticed, you're meant to spam the field and hit as hard as possible. Especially with Gurdurrit, a Gurdurrit-based deck. You're supposed to just stride onto that Sturge point and just start calling crap, power it up, and then the next turn, if they live, you go Gurdurrit. You do it. You can do it a couple times or just the one time and just wipe them out.
Okay, so basically, you guys not for long term and more for short term.
Yeah.
So you gotta end them fast.
Okay.
Yeah. Essentially, you either end them before you deck out.
All right. Next,
and because we don't have a generic Legion aside from like the 10Ks, it's very hard to recycle. So I really hope that that's an answer for set 8 for golds, because we need more return.
Get in line. Get in line.
Hey, I want more return stuff, regardless if it's another Legion or not. Maybe a G Guardian, but we'll see.
I mean, I hope you get a takeaway clone.
Me too.
Like
a Unite tick.
Yeah.
Takeaway. Anyway, we have Connor here.
Mm-hmm.
So when he's placed onto the rear guard circle or the guard circle, you can soul blast one, and he gains an extra 5,000 attack and 5,000 shield.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Wait.
So with Unite and Gurdurrit and other cards I'll go into later, you can potentially top deck this card to call to the guard circle, soul blast one. Oh hey, it becomes a 10k shield.
So basically using Gurgura's skill to make that guy stronger.
that, Slamy Flare, or this quintet wall I'm going to talk about.
Oh, the quintet wall.
Quintet walls were horrible when they first came out. I mean, it just depended on the deck. But now that they're starting to give us more cards, or not more cards,
Better.
quintet walls with extra skills,
There we go.
they become a bit more feasible. So the standard quintet wall, counterblast 1, pick up the top 5 cards, put them in the guard circle. So that combos with that. Then I have to make sure you can choose a card and discard it. When the unit's placed to the deck from the deck to the guard circle, call the top card of your deck to the guard circle, and it gains an extra 5,000 attack or 5,000 shield.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And this card bounces back too.
So wait, hold on.
So
Are
what you can
telling-
do is with Gerduit's Genbreak 2 skill or a Slammy skill, if you end up pulling this from the deck
Mm-hmm.
to the guard circle, you can basically discard a card, bring it back, then call the top card and replace it.
So then you get a quintet wall for later on order in that turn, and you get something else to guard with.
Depending on how you're using it, yes.
Okay.
It's a handy tech. I don't like it personally, but I'm still playtesting it. So
So it's basically a switch type one, which is not bad.
It could be worse.
it could be. It absolutely could be. So this set also gave us a bunch of interesting grade 2s. Again, only 4. So I'll talk about the Ezel one and just get that out of the way.
Mm-hmm.
When this card got announced, it was right after Team League. Was it after Team League, or was it like the day before Team League, or day after Team League?
It was the day after for you
I think
guys.
it was after.
The
yeah.
day after. Oh man,
It
I
was
was
Sunday,
so
yeah.
excited for this. This card's really cool. So what it does is when it's placed on the rear guard circle, if you have a grade 3 Ezel card at stand, you can search your deck for another grade 3 Ezel and ride it, and that newly rode grade 3 gains an extra 5,000 attack until the end of the turn. So when you're talking about like the cross ride deck,
Mm-hmm.
you can go, okay, depending on how you're doing, oh hey, I'm gonna superior ride with Kref, tuck in Bowman's and Gareth and Kref into the soul, superior ride Blonde Ezel, then I'll call this out, instant cross ride.
And you could just taste their tears.
And you get pretty
Absolutely.
much a break ride as well. Actually.
It's
If
it's
Raven hair.
yeah, with Ravenhair, it's pretty much depending on how much damage you have.
Right. Still.
So it's handy. I teched it in at 2. I didn't really like it for the Ezel Girder build, but for that budget build, oh, it was so much fun. It was so much fun.
Still.
Next, we'll talk about Brutal. Brutal is such a cool card. It's such an adorable looking dog. I mean, come on. It's so adorable. If you like bulldogs, ah,
I can dig this.
I did too. So he's a grade 2. He's got 9k attack. He has the Unite skill. So when in Unite, when he attacks, he gains an extra 4,000 or 5,000 attack until the end of the turn, until the end of the battle. Excuse me, until the end of the battle. So he's a much more beefed up beat stick, especially in a pure Unite deck. So many columns you can make with this card. It's just that cool. Especially when you tuck in Knight of Red Day Runo right behind him. Runo is a 7k that gives, when it boosts a unit with the Unite ability, it gives it an extra 2k boost. So essentially 9k. From the Knight of the Sun trial deck, which is in stores now. Bushy Road.
God damn.
Yep. Next, we're going to talk about this unit right here. Knight of the Faint Sun, Mauricia.
Mm-hmm.
She's pretty.
Oh, she's pretty, and she's actually really good. She has the Unite skill, but it's not Gen Break 1 restricted.
I have seen this and I have faced it, and I have to say I have to get rid of her as soon as I see her on the field.
So what she does is when you're in Unite, at the end of each turn
Mm-hmm.
that you're in Unite, you can put her into the soul and countercharge 1. Essentially what this means is if you're going for a grade 2 rush and you have to flip over stuff, you call her out as well, she goes into the soul and it flips damage. Or alternatively, if it's the opponent's turn, you go Quintet Wall, Slay Me Flare, or Girder at Skill even, and she's still in the rear guard, Unite will activate because it's also the guard circle as well. So at the end of the turn, you can unflip your damage and put her into the soul. And she has resist, so she can't be locked.
Or rewound.
Or
Oh,
rewound.
burned.
Or retired. Or denial griffined.
Actually,
No.
no. Wait. Question: Coggerel player.
I like how you said that. Wow.
Let me ask you: does the
Yeah.
flea flare target 1 or 2?
Defeat flare doesn't target, so you could actually kill it if
It was in the back row.
Yeah, if
right?
it was back, yeah.
Okay.
If she was in the back row, yeah, she'd get toasted. But
Okay.
depending on how you're playing it, she can't be denial griffined, so that's pretty cool too.
Mm-hmm.
Great way to manage the soul. For whatever gold paladin deck I'm playing, I want to put her in there somewhere. 1, 2, 4. A 5th one is a buddy monster, but that's a whole other reason.
What?
They can't go any.
So finally, the last grade 2, and probably the most expensive grade 2 in the set for some reason.
What?
Knight of Spring's Light. Knight of Spring's Light. I can't talk. Parrymore. So Parrymore
Hold on. Why is Pelennor in this set?
Parrymore.
I
know. You can use it with it. You can use it.
Yeah.
So this unit also has the Unite skill that isn't Gen Break exclusive. So when you Unite, it gains an extra 2,000 attack when it attacks. So it becomes an 11k attacker. At Gen Break 1, Counterblast 1. When he appears to the rearguard circle, you can Counterblast 1, check the top 3 cards of the deck, call 1 unit behind it, and then put the rest of the bottom in any order. So it still has it's a callback to Spring Breeze Messenger, the bunnies, Palinor even. But the fact that it lets me filter and call something else behind it is still cool. And if I'm already at Gen Break 1, that's an instant Unite.
Oh, jeez.
So you can combo it, depending on who your Vanguard is, you can combo it with Hal, you can combo it with Jeffrey, you can combo it with Connor, you can combo it even with the Stand Trigger.
I've noticed you're not bringing that Quintet Wall up.
I mean, you can, but I mean, the Quintet Wall doesn't have anything when you call it, so.
True. Right.
That's why I didn't mention it. Or what you can do is even call her behind, because Unite. Why not?
And then
defeat flare.
Then it can get defeat flare. Yes, that's true. That is absolutely true. But it just depends on what you call, or even Flame of Victory. Even with Flame of Victory, you can just put it in the soul, give something 3,000 attack. Hell, you can even be like, okay, I'll call the Scarface line. Your attack, put to the soul, draw card, 5,000. So it has a bit more utility. I like it a lot.
I like it for your attacks.
So next, we only got 2 grade 3s in this set, which kind of bummed me out, but at the same time,
is that 10k?
That is a 10k, and that's Dondle. Dondle's pretty cool. So when he goes into Unite, he gains Intercept. And when it has Intercept, and when he intercepts, he gets a 5,000 shield. Also, when this unit's placed on the rearguard circle, I'm reading just to make sure I'm reading it. When it's placed on the rearguard circle, he gains Boost.
Wait.
What?
What? Wait. Hold on. Is it from deck or when he displays?
When this turret is placed on rearguard.
So
Okay,
what you're telling me is
For the turn.
Gold Paladin now has a grade 3 that can intercept and boost.
Yep. So
For the-
what you can do in one way is use parry more. And you're like, oh, I have to call something? Oh, I didn't. Dongle. Okay, I'll call Dongle. Hey, guess what? It gains boost.
And if you
So it
have the
goes
right
away, and then it's like, okay, cool. There's this.
there we go.
And then next turn, if it survives, going to unite. Oh, hey, guess what? Intercept.
I'm deeply alarmed by this.
And even if you have to ride him, you can use Spring Elemental Madu, get rid of grade 3, bring that grade 3 back, and then
Exactly.
fun.
That is another strategy you can do. The other
Yeah.
one here, Brerdit, because I don't want to say his whole name.
Why?
I'm gonna say Knighted Compassionate Light Bradit. So I like this card, but at the same time, I dislike it.
Why do you like? Wait, why do you like it and why do you dislike it?
Okay, so I like it because so it's an act effect only once per turn though.
Okay.
So it's Unite, you Soul Blast 1.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you Soul Blast 1. You reveal the top card of the deck. And if it has the
Wait.
Unite, you reveal the top card.
Mm-hmm.
The first top card. If it has the Unite ability,
Mm-hmm.
this card gains the power of that unit
Mm-hmm.
that was revealed by the effect.
Mm.
Excuse me. Reveal the top card of your deck and increase this card's power by the power of the card revealed.
Okay.
If the
This sounds-
revealed card has the Unite ability, call that unit to open rear guard. If not, put it to the bottom of the deck in any order.
That
Not
sounds
bad.
vaguely familiar.
That's one reason I like it is, oh hey, it's just like Blonde Ezel. It's super
we go.
cheaper and it's an 11. So that's cool. The other reason I don't like it is it's an act effect, but only it's a once per turn act effect.
Is it Unite?
It's Unite as well.
That seems really weird.
It is. You already have to call out 2 units, and then you can activate. Just like, okay, I'm gonna beef them up, maybe. Or oh hey, I also can get the call. If you're playing a budget Gold Paladin deck, like extremely budget, like you can't even afford the Stark deck, that's available now. Bushy Road. You can build a deck essentially around these two, but it just depends on your preference. If you are going 4 Dirteret and 4 of something else, use this card. If you're going 4 Dirteret and maybe three other grade 3s, go with this.
Question.
But again, player preference. Yes.
Yeah. There was also another Gold Paladin grade 3 in the set, but it would consider SP in the SP pack.
That would be the normal Dirteret.
Yup. So you can talk
Well,
to
I
me.
don't have the SP Dirteret because I'm not lucky.
No, but you
Unlike
can still
certain
talk.
people.
I'm not even gonna comment because yes.
But
I'm
aside
yeah.
from a girder being in the set, these were the other ones that were like officially not SPs
Mm-hmm.
reprints.
Yeah.
These were new. So finally we drop into the grade 4s, and we only got 2 cards for this. And I think they're both really, really good. It just depends on the deck.
Okay.
Actually, no. It doesn't depend on the deck. You're either going to run one, or you're going to run both, or you're wrong. Or
Alright,
you go
let's-
play something else.
Solve with
All
the G guard.
Yes, we'll start with the G card. So Golden Beast Slammy Flare.
Mhm.
Slammy got an upgrade. It did a training montage with Phil from Hercules. And from a beginner to a pro, it's a montage.
Oh my god.
I was thinking
So-
Eye of the Tiger, but
So,
Oscar, can we keep him?
so when this unit appears in the guard circle, you check the top 5 cards of your deck. Then you can call up to 2 units of a different grade and call it to guard circle.
Mm-hmm.
So this card combos off with Connor, like I mentioned earlier. It also combos with the Quintet Wall. Yeah, it just kind of combos with those 2. It also can go into a few other things as well. I actually recently found out a really cool combo with Slamy Flare to use in Bluish Flame.
Oh,
Go on.
Go on.
So
I
it's
want to hear
actually just as simple as, okay, I'm going to ditch the heal trigger to call out the G guard,
this. Mm-hmm.
and then the top two cards to be whatever, grade 1, a grade 0, or a grade 2.
Right.
That's 3 cards that are in the drop zone already.
Yep.
That's 3 cards, so you're more than likely going to be able to Legion the next turn, or put that 4th card in Stride.
Oh.
So
Oh.
there's a lot of fun playability you can do with this. If you're playing normal Unite deck, you're going to be using the normal perfect guards, so that's also pretty handy too. You're going to G guard, and then if you're playing like Daikaiser against Daikaiser, you should be like, oh hey, I'll drop perfect guard, and then I'll drop something else. No. Or what you can do is when the new Cray Elemental Cray trigger comes out, you can check that in here too. You can. I don't recommend it, but you can.
Okay.
So finally, we move on to the boss card. Sunrise Ray Radiant Sword Gerduit.
That is a mouthful.
It is. These cards are starting to become a mouthful. So the Gerduit Stride, Radiant Sword Gerduit. There we go. So his skill is an act effect, Gen Break 2, and Unite. So you already have to fulfill those conditions. So anyways, you Counterblast 1 and you Soul Blast 2, which is very, very nice because you're going to be filling up so much soul in the deck with a bunch of the cards that I've already talked about. And you're going to have a lot of damage to flip over anyway because of so much damage management that you have.
And all that soul you've been building up from that crit trigger, the Jeffries and the Jerrys.
So much soul, so much open damage. So good. Such wow.
Everyone's going to die.
So what's cool about him is he gains an extra. Let me make sure I read this correct. He gains 5,000 attack for each gold paladin, for each rear guard you have, and each rear guard gains 5,000 attack until the end of the turn. So essentially, Deirdre picked up a Platina Ezel and was like, I could do this better.
As a stride.
As a stride.
That hurts.
You okay there, Conja?
It does a little.
I'm feeling the pain.
Now,
So many
you want to know
Gear
what the pain
Chronicle
is.
players crying out in sheer agony at realizing they can't guard the Vanguard.
Well, here's another thing to add on to that, and we'll mix some potatoes with those salty tears. Make a nice soup out of it. It's an act effect. It's stackable.
Wait,
It's stackable.
I think you broke him.
Oh.
So
I'm
if
sorry.
you just so happen to have a full field,
go.
One moment.
I've got to go. Dran, take over for me.
Okay.
So if you just so happen to have 10 cards in soul and 5 unopened damage and a full field, you're gonna be hitting into over 100,000.
Now,
I think that's 126,000.
I believe that that is because yes.
Actually,
That sounds
that'd be 151,000 on the Vanguard before boosting.
But yes, before boosting.
Oh no.
And each of the rear guards gained 5,000 each per activation.
Oh,
So
man.
they're ultimately gaining 25,000 if you do this like final turn, literally a final turn boost. So that's essentially 50 plus in each of the 2 rear guard columns.
Would
And
you
then the
have
Vanguard
stands?
column is just going to be ginormous.
You better not
But-
be running stands.
You
Seems
know
like
we
the
all
work of
do,
the enemy
right?
stand. Considering if you already have like Jeffries and Jerry's in the background, like in the in the back rows, you're gonna have unflipped damage at the end of your turn anyway, and more soul. So even if this ginormous big attack gets perfect guarded, hopefully you'll be running 2 Dirduit, go into the next one, and then finish them off. So with great power comes great responsibility. Quite literally, if you go all out with Dirduit and you get perfect guarded, well, that's your own damn fault.
Yo.
All right.
The point of the first Dirduit to do this one is to waste their hand. The following turn is to finish them. That's where you finish them quickly. Ah, so many good cards. So many.
All right.
cards.
Ezzo's ultimate question, like always. Was this good support?
This was great support. I kind of wish there was. Hold on. This was great support for what was needed.
Mm-hmm.
Unite needed more stuff. I was kind of hoping for an actual Unite perfect guard.
Mm-hmm. Next set.
An actual perfect guard that, oh, hey, okay, when it's placed on rear guard circle, you can, nullify an attack. And do something else with Unite. Like, oh, hey, if you're in Unite, bounce it back to the hand.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully set 8 will answer that prayer. I'm happy Ezel got support with this set. They were units from the manga, which was really cool. And although they completely changed those units from what they originally were supposed to do.
Oh yeah, you got Wonder Ezel.
Yes, Wonder Ezel.
Didn't he superior ride in the blonde Ezel?
Yes. If he appeared in the Vanguard Circle, you put one card with Lion into the Soul, and you Soul Blasted a card with Lion from the Soul to the drop zone, and then Superior Road into Blonde Ezel. Which was a break ride in the manga. Bushy Road, get on it.
They're not going to give us break rights. Sadly, that's not going to happen anytime soon.
We don't know.
Hey, I want to have the break right strides.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's
kinda,
true.
I mean, if Liberator get one, it'd be gonna mess up his names. I want to see. Yeah,
I would love to see a Gancelot stride.
There we go. I was right. I was going to say Gancelot.
I wouldn't mind a Gancelot. I just hope that it would actually set up for the Gancelot break right skill. Anyways, yeah, for set 7, this was great. I kind of was hoping there'd be a few other cards, or at least maybe, we go into like the 20-22 range of number of cards, but for what we got, it was good.
Right.
I feel Golds will only get like maybe 10 to 12 cards next set, if that, but we'll see how it goes.
All right. Chaos Breaker?
I was gonna, yeah. What is your thought on the amount of Gurgwitz? Say you wanted to run the deck, right? Say how many would you typically run in a deck? The stride Gurgwit and
the stride. If you're able to get at least 2, I would totally recommend 2. If you only have the 1, then you better make sure you drain your opponent's hand. Make sure their perfect guards are gone. Make sure that their hand is very little before you go into that Gurgwit. Because if they perfect guard it, well, you're SOL'd. I mean, you can fall back on Scourge Point Dragon, but I would personally, if I had the choice, which I do have the choice, just not the money, I would run 3. Because I want to make sure I drain their hand for as quickly as possible. Even if I have to consecutively stride into Gurgwit 3 times to do it, I will. So 2 is a good minimum to use the Gurgwit stride.
All right.
Okay.
So thank you, Ezzo, for doing this. We'll see you again in set 8, and when your black hair form comes out, raven hair form, we'll call you back and tell us how that new Ezzo build is going to look with him in it.
I can already tell you it's going to be fantastic.
Chronodran, are you still there?
I'm still here.
You want to get Chronodran back here so we can finish this video?
He's off in the corner crying.
Oh,
Alright,
I do.
Connor Dran, you're my little buddy today. Your little
I actually have.
co-host.
I actually have one last
Okay.
question, and it's
Uh-huh.
based off of the G guard. How many? Because I know what the because we know that there's one other G guard that's out already for golds, and now we got Slammy Flare. What's your thought on playing either one? Like, how many? Like, would you play
Rhea?
more Rhea? Yeah. Would you play more Slammy Flare over Rhea, or would you play more Rhea over Slammy Flare? I know Slammy Flare is really good, and depending on the person, would run a certain.
It just depends on how the deck's built and player preference.
Mhm.
I know in the Durdrit Unite build I'm building and the Ezreal Durdrit deck I have, I'm running each of these at one.
Okay.
And what's the other two?
The Cray Elementals, Sprue and Dismal.
Oh,
Would-
okay.
Would you, if you were to choose one to bump up to 2, which one would you more likely choose?
Well, the problem with that is it's situational.
It's your situation.
If you really need the extra guard, like if you can't afford to toss more cards from your hand, go with Slammy Flare. If you already have like 2 extra cards in the back row and can afford to toss down maybe a few more, go Rhea.
Okay. I just wanted
But
your opinion.
it just depends. If you're playing Bluish Flames and you just so happen to have 2 heals in your hand, drop into 2 Slammy Flares.
Okay.
Yep.
So this way it's like,
Okay.
yeah, I'm overguarding for a lot, but I'm guaranteeing that I'm legioning next turn.
Okay. So
That's good.
thank you, Ezel. Again, we'll see you. We'll see you again at 8.
Oh yeah, definitely set 8.
Okay. Next time, like I said, we're going straight into Bermudas because everybody we already know cover support.
That's
Burn.
mean.
Well, Connor Dran,
Dang.
he might burn you one day. Cover Overlord might burn you one day.
What?
Just to tell you, he might burn you one day.
The
So
little
He'll
bird.
be in the bind zone before that happens.
I don't know if he attack him first and their situation, depending who own right to Great 3 first. Okay, so next time we are gonna go straight into the ocean. Conodran, do you have your swim trunks?
What?
Okay, so anyway, so next time we are going straight for Bermudas. I see we do have 2 Bermuda players. Yes, Kumi is here and she is ready to go next week, hopefully, to talk about the first one, which are prisms. After that, we're going straight for harmony, and we're going for the star of the Bermuda, which are coral. So until next time, catch you later. Say bye bye.
Bye bye, everybody.
Later.
Stay humble.